Are you in high school right now? Are you a Berkeley Institute student? Maybe you have some questions like, am I ready for college? Is it even too early for me to start thinking about college? Well, I have an answer. It's time to get college ready. It is time to think about doing a college assessment. Stay tuned to this video because I have one for you and I'm going to show you how you can fill it out.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
So here is the college readiness assessment that I was telling you about. This document has 6 core sections, and there are 5 questions in each section. Your job will be to answer the question by determining whether or not you meet the criteria that they've asked about. If you do, you'll put an X in the yes column and get a score based on the totals that you get for each section. At the bottom, they show you how to score your sheet. So they tell you to take your totals from each section, add them all up, and then multiply by 3.33 to get the foundation percentile. So let's look at this really quickly. I'm going to fill this out. First, I'm going to put my name. And then I'm going to look at these questions. Can you read up to 200 pages a week? 200 pages is like a novel. Can I read a novel a week? Oh, I am so busy. But if I really had to, I'm going to say no. I don't think I would be able to do that. So I am not going to check that box. Writing essays and papers is relatively easy for me. I'm going to say yes to that one. So I'll put the X. Do you have a system for taking notes? I don't have a system for taking notes. I just take notes. Anything that stands out to me, I write it down. So I'm not going to put an X for that one. Do you have a system for preparing for tests and exams? I actually do. So I'm going to put an X for that one. I'm usually good at prioritizing my time to get my studying done. I actually think I could be a lot better with that. So I am not going to check that box. So my total there is 2. So let me just make sure my writing cursor. My total there is 2. I'll do another one. Self-understanding. Do you know your academic strengths? I do, so I'll put an X. Do you know which academic tasks give you the most difficulty? I have a pretty good sense of that too. So I am going to put an X if I can get, here we go, my cursor to go in the box. Can you identify the academic support you need to be successful? Well, I did watch that taking responsibility for your academic success video that Student Services posted a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to say yes. I knew exactly what services are available to me, and I can take responsibility for my academic success. So I'm going to put a yes there. Most of the time, I feel others understand me. I'll say yes. There are definitely some times when I don't think people really get me, but for the most part, I'm going to say yes, they do. I never worry about what others think of me and don't let that determine my actions. Yeah, that's totally me. I know there are some people who don't experience that, but for me, I do not buckle to peer pressure at all. So I'm going to put an X for that box. Okay, so for this one, and yes, my X's are all over the place. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the total column, I'll put 5. So this will be done for each section. I'll just make up some numbers here. Let's say we got a 4 there, a 3 in that part, a 2 here, and let's give us another 4 there. And then I'm going to add up my numbers and pull out my calculator. So when I add up my numbers, I get 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4, that equals 20. And then they say that I should multiply by 3.33. And so my percentile, so those numbers would go here, and my overall percentile was 66.6. So when you think about that in grades, that's like a, what is that, like a D plus? So it looks as if I am on the way to being ready, college ready, but there are definitely some areas in which I could increase my score, or some things I need to work on to make sure that I am totally ready and in a college mindset. So this is a great assessment tool. It'll be in you guys' inboxes. If you have any questions at all, you can message your counselors to get ideas or suggestions, or even just talk about the different areas and questions which may pop into your mind. Okay, guys, that's it for this week. Here's your college readiness assessment. Have a great week.